A pleasant good evening to each and everyone in the entire world, the universe we live in. Friends all, today I want to speak about the human rights violation that is taking place all over the world. Some of the most hot spots, such as Israel, Saudi Arabia, and many Arab Peninsula countries and many other parts of Africa, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. If it is not against men, it's against women. Fellow citizens, today I am appealing to all humans around the world, regardless of your religion, your nationality, your culture, or your languages. The most important thing, we are all human beings that was created by the hands of the Almighty. We didn't just drop from thin air. We are divided by the oceans, boundaries and boundaries, but we all share the same belief. Whether you are a Hindu, a Muslim, a Christian, a Buddha, or you go to the waterside and pray to the sun or the ocean, but we believe in something beyond us. I do believe that in life, and always feel that the time of the past was worst, barbaric time, when men will kill men with a machete, a spear, iron bow, and a sword, and even ride horse, sit in the back of horse, and ride over people. The days of the Romans, Alexander, Napoleon, the Caesars, the Nebuchadnezzars, and many great names that I will not mention from India to China. I want to ask a question to all political leaders around the world. And I do hope someone can use this and explain it in your language what I mean. What God or Creator you are serving? If we are on earth temporary, and I repeat, temporary, why are we killing one another over a religion, over a nationality, over the color of our skin? Let's deal with Israel. 4,000 years ago, as we saw in the Bible, till come Moses, who drowned the Pharaoh, Joshua, who went into Canaan and killed others. From that days to now, what did we accomplish? And with Prophet Muhammad, peace be unto him, that had to flee fighting, Jesus had 12 disciples. Muhammad also had 12. My friends, they are different teaching, but we all looked up to God. Some call him Allah, some call him Bhagwan, some call him God, some call him whatever, but we all look forward to Supreme Being. None of us have seen him or her or whatever it is, as much as Lucifer, the devil, or Satan, or Shaitan. I am asking every fellow human today in the world at large, let's find a day for prayer and unite this human race. Some of us have bombs are ready to annihilate one another, but we believe in Allah, Bhagwan, and God. Some of us even got an sterling dollar. In God we trust, but yet for all, others pay cash. I called upon you, the human being around the world, to unite and speak with one voice, regardless of your nationality, your race, your culture, or your language. I want you to know, we have to stop this nonsense. We have to get off the historical event. White man this, white man that, but we did not see what came out of it. Today, In every generation and nations that pass, they brought something along the road. Because we have people who want to develop and people who want to sit down. So I blame all politicians around the world to come together and save what's left of it. We must unite for a common cause, humanity, if we believe in God Almighty, the Creator. Hindus want to go to heaven, but you're still thieving, lying, and killing, and doing a lot of witchcraft and wrong things with the Kali Mai Church. Muslims, so be it also. You want to go to heaven, you call it Jannah, but you hate your brother and your sister, poisoning them and killing and fighting for land. And if you're from Israel, the promised land, the same bloody thing is happening. If the historical event is true, the British and America allow our Jewish ancestor, cousin, friends, or whatever to be rescued to go to the Palestinian country. And today we are seeing on the news too many innocent killing of children, men, women, and bulldozing their land. But we are blaming people when they are fighting back. Wherever there is an oppression, ladies and gentlemen, men will get back to fight for revenge. Did not God and Lucifer had a battle? If the Creator and his best friend Lucifer could have declared war and went to it with his angels, that the Quran, the Bible, and other books claim God threw him out of heaven with his falling angels. We must stop discriminating and unite this world and enjoy it. We have seen in Texas, a man drove a car and killed a few aliens, as they call them, human like ourselves. And according to information, it's alleged, the governor say, they are illegal, they are alien. Well, if they drop from space, then we got problem. But we must not forget, every conqueror went through many countries. Alexander went as far as India. Napoleon, he also went very far. The seas and all of them tried to conquer this land that called Earth, but failed and dropped short. England and France tried, and they had to give up their empire. There was a saying, the British, the sun have never down in the British Empire. Because when it's down in Africa, it rises in this way. When it's down here, it rises back in the Middle East and other places. My fellow human brothers and sisters, I called upon all priests to declare a day of fasting, a day for peace. I called upon the Guyana government, Mr. Ali, a Muslim. Guyana is 83,000 square miles. We do not have 1 million people. Our people are scattered around the world, as far as Australia. Today we have friends of Saudi Arabia want to do business in Guyana, but they are raping and killing African children and others along the planet Earth, according to Facebooks. And Egypt and other places, Libya, are doing the same. But we, as Guyanese, came from India and had a day of arrival, but no day of departure. And our black brothers and sisters have a day of emancipation, but you're not going back to Africa. When I call upon you, the civilized Guyanese, Indian, and black, it's only the two of you I address steady. Let's put an end to this nonsense and force our government and get help from the international community, the UN, and others, and bring these people who are fleeing corrupt government all over the world to develop Guyana and live as human beings if you believe in Allah and you want to go to heaven. Come on! The Let Hugo Chavez open his door to Guyanese, Colombians, and others. With all, we condemn the European. White man this, white man that. He's the only one with his hands open, accepting the great children who are fleeing the coast of Africa, India, Palestine, and other countries, and now countries in Europe, Latin and South America. But we cannot crowd a house. When there are other lands around the world, we could spread the humanitarian way of life and unite, but make laws. It will be all life matters, not only black life. And it must be all religion matters, because none of you know whether God was a Muslim, a Buddha, a Hindu, and you call it Christianity and Roman Catholic. Thanks to a hypocrite named Saul, who lied and become Paul. Jesus talked to a criminal, blind him as he pretended, and said, bring Christianity to Rome, and he will give him back his sight, and he built the first Roman Catholic Church. What a diplomatic garbage, in order to get tax, and then come up with 10% for the priest, and give unto Caesar what is it. And then they say in the good books, the Lord said, from our sweat we shall live. Then God really put us to be slaves, because a servant is a slave. Today in Guyana, 200 and something thousand Indians, 200 and something thousand African descendants from Ghana, Accra, cannot live together. So I want both of you to understand, y'all are not enemies. Y'all are just ignorant to the fact, and all of you calling on God, Allah, and Bhagwan, where y'all are going, man. You hypocrites. Let's unite and save the human species around the world, and open up Guyana to the people who are fleeing their country to live a good life, but make your law. Anyone speak of Black Lives Matters must be given a warning. Refuse to do so shall return back to the land they came from. Anyone practice one religion and claim that's the supreme religion, he will have to show Bhagwan, Allah, or God, if that is the religion. Because God make all human beings, all nationality, European colonized countries, and give it a name. But God make the world. Friends, don't matter how much gold toilet you shit on or piss on, or gold in bed you make your romantic movements on, you shall end up in a graveyard, and only your skeleton will remain there, unless they burn you and turn you into dust and throw in the ocean to pollute it. I call upon all human around the world. We must condemn the hostility amongst our brothers and sisters that is hustling in other countries to make life. But our politicians have lied to us. We have betrayed one another. If the African race was not on earth, the world wouldn't have been here. If Indians was not on earth, or Chinese or European, the world would not have been here. So friends, let's throw these racial remarks aside. And Mr. Ali, in the name of Allah Ta'ala, open up Guyana to the people who are suffering around the world. Give all Guyanese land to build house, and use the oil money to build school and hospital, and help the people, but make your law. Let's abolish racism in Guyana and corruption, and put this nation forward. And I do know that Allah, Bhagwan, our God, would help us if we go in the way of humanity, not to become rich and exploit our brothers and sisters. Not casino, a whorehouse in a sense, to exploit our women and men. Come on, are we turning our nation to gamblers and whores? I don't exist, but come on, Ali. If you are not using the religion as a noble man, but just to gain what you're looking for, may God have mercy upon the soul and the rest. It is not time for Russia, America, England, and France, because America have done good, but they have done a lot of wrong along these countries. Russia too, England, France, and they still have humanity in them to open up the doors to allow each other to live as unity and human being. I call upon you, Ali, open up the door and start to take people in. First, the UN. You went to the United Nations and talked about reparation for the Pan-African slave trade. Well, you could do it, Mr. Ali. Give reparation to all who are running away. Bring them into the country that you ancestors claim day of arrival, which means your visa is running out. So before Allah, Bhagwan, our God, take us out. Show the world Guyana can do like America when it first began with the Statues of Liberty. Bring your poor and your and whatever need, and we welcome you. Do the same. We are all human beings, regardless of languages, culture, or nationality. I leave you all with this message. Down with corrupt politicians around the world, and let's open up the door to our falling victim, who's our brothers and sisters, regardless of language. May God, Allah, Bhagwan be with all of you, and let's accept it as fellow human. Have a good day. And I am your host, George Correa. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.